We're talking about repping your city and the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Arizona is amazing. I love the Grand Canyon. It's a magnificent natural wonder located in the southwestern United States. And here are a couple of things about the Grand Canyon that you may or may not know. So, geographically located, the Grand Canyon is situated in northern Arizona. And what's really cool about the Grand Canyon is that it's in the Grand Canyon National Park, first of all, and it covers a vast area of approximately 1.2 million acres. Can you imagine that? Gee, goodness, that's amazing. The formation. So this is really, really cool. When I went to the Grand Canyon, they give you tour guides and things of that nature, and they tell you that the Grand Canyon has been made over the years by the earth settling, moving, and it's just this big open space. Like, you would not believe it. You have to see it to believe it. It's in northern Arizona, primarily with, like I said, Grand Canyon National Park. They usually put you on a choo choo train from a hotel where they pick you up and they take you through the canyons and stuff like that, and it's beautiful. But the Grand Canyon was carved out by the Colorado River, first of all, over millions of years. And geographically, the process that it's gone through included erosion and uplift, but both of those processes played a significant part in shaping this breathtaking landscape. It's something you just have to see, and it has the clay has hardened and it's just beautiful, and it goes into like a canyon, so it goes down into like a shape, but it swirls all the way around. It has a north ridge and a south ridge, and one side of it was open and one side wasn't open. I'm not sure. I think at the time that I went, it wasn't open on both sides because they were doing some construction and safety, features that needed to be enhanced. But the size and dimension of the Grand Canyon alone stretches approximately 277 miles, which for those who do kilometers is 446 kilometers in length, and an average width of 10 miles or 16 kilometers. Um, at its deepest point, and it measures about 693 feet, or 1.85, or is that 1,857 meters. So it's completely and totally amazing. Okay. And it's only one of the seven wonders, and I haven't seen the other six, so I need to go. With that being said, geographic layers, the Grand Canyon exposes an incredible geographical record because it showcases about 2 million years of Earth's history. That's a long time. The exposed rocks, as I mentioned, they're layers. And so there's is coloring. So you see a clayish, orangish, brownish color and layers of darker swirls within there. Um, and if that formation has come from how much our planet has evolved. Yeah. So evolution, for those who um, put it mildly, has created this in the growth of our country and the expansion of it and different things of that nature. And it's just beautiful. But as I mentioned, it's such a scenic beauty. The Grand Canyon is renowned for its awe-inspiring beauty, and it definitely is awe-inspiring. It's huge. The combination of colors, like I said, rock layers, steep cliffs, and vast open spaces, because it creates visually, it gives you this stunning panorama. Like, you looking at it, and I can't remember if you can see to the other side or not, but you see as far as your eyes can go. Sunrise and sunset views over the canyon are particularly breathtaking because there's a restaurant, and the restaurant sits, you sit in there and you could see everything from the restaurant. It's just gorgeous. But as I mentioned, there's a south and there's a north rim, and the Grand Canyon those primary rims. There are two rims, and they're namely the South Rim and the North Rim. And the South Rim is more accessible, so that's the one that we went to. Most popular. You could walk around and you see different things, and there's telescopes and different things so that you can see further over to the North Rim. But it has a range of recreational activities. Like I said, you got hiking and camping and wildlife viewing and river rafting. But the thing is about the Grand Canyon, not to put anybody off or anything, there's some people that hike down in the canyon and they are in pristine health but have heart attacks because the depth of it um is so so high. Okay, I get it mixed up. Below, so far below sea level that we can't breathe properly down there. So, um, I when I was there, I know that there were people that tried to master the canyon by hiking and stuff like that, and they didn't make it. Some people passed, some people made it, but they didn't all make it. So, it's crazy. So you have to be careful. But it's a national park, like you mentioned, but it's been established way back in 1919, and it has been preserved and protected by the natural and cultural heritage of the area. And it offers a range of things that you can do, and like a lot of souvenirs and stuff like that. But it's amazing how well it's preserved. I mean, obviously, nobody can just get in there and do it, but it just makes you think like, okay, if we look under the earth, like when you talk about the earthquakes and stuff, if you look under the ground, it will probably look like that because that's what it reminds you of, is how the earth separated and then somehow it made this big canyon. Who knows what took place there? That's crazy. It's beautiful though, but it's there's Havasu Falls and Colorado River within the Grand Canyon. Also, it has basically the Havasu Falls is a really famous, picturesque waterfall that's located in Havalusa Havasupai Indian Reservation. I had it, but at any rate, that's the Indian reservation there on the grounds of the Grand Canyon. But the Colorado River flows through the canyon, and also, and it's an awesome opportunity for those who are able to do the rafting and the boating adventures. But culturally, it holds a great significance, obviously for the Indian culture, but also it holds an immense cultural significance for those tribes. When I went, we were able to see a lot of the tribes perform. There were skits and different kinds of neat things that we were able to see and participate in when you're riding the train in. They had like a cowboy and Indians type of thing. Pretty cool. I don't know if it'd be considered microaggressive now because the fun has been taken away out of a lot of things. I don't think it's microaggressive at all. It's just giving a little bit of history. So it's pretty cool. But for the most part, there are these tribes which I really enjoyed learning about the Native American tribes because they include the Hopi, the Navajo, the Paiute, and the Havasupai, and the Hulapai. But these are tribes that have been long, long connected with the area and the land, and they consider it sacred. So, in doing some of this vacation, they share a lot of things with you about the sacredness of the land. So it's pretty awesome. But I like the hotels. Like I said, the restaurant was really good. And it has kind of like that cantina type of food, gravy and biscuits and steak and eggs and whatever you could think of. But really, really good food, and it also every year they just attract so many people because it is a part again of the Seven Wonders. So if that was one of your family's vacations and you guys wanted to go see the Seven Wonders of the world, This is definitely a go-to place, along with the other six. But the visiting centers, there's different types of facilities that are available, and they provide information about the exhibit and guided tours that basically make your experience a lot more fun. And then, like the souvenirs, I'm a souvenir person, so I love the souvenirs. But it's important just to note that the Grand Canyon's very beautiful, but ever changing. So that environment, that natural environment, and the details that you're going to be able to see, they can change, and they may be different from when I was there. I'm sure they were because that's been years ago. But when you plan a visit or you want to see more details and information, I advise you to get in touch with an official Grand Canyon National Park uh, ranger type of travel agent, or you can go to their website or other reputable sources, because you want to make sure that you get the most out of your visit there. And I think you would be very happy if this was one of the places that you chose to go on vacation to. But there are other areas of Arizona. There's like so many locations or places to visit in Arizona. Um, 10 places to visit in Arizona. Um, are There's some malls that are like Arizona is really pretty and known for the Hoover Dam. It's such a beautiful place as a desert, as the desert is. But there's the uh, Saguaro National Park, and the Saguaro National Park is really pretty because it has several things there. It's this in the southern Arizona, but split up in two sections. And on either side of the city, there's Tucson, the cactuses. Sorry, and so because it's named after the cactuses, the natives to the desert environment there in the western section of Tucson Mountain District, Signal Hill Trail leads to the area of the ancient Hokum, Hokokum, Hokokum people. Good grief. And the eastern Rincon Mountain District Cactus Forest Drives is a loop road with strictly views of the desert and their landscape. So it's really, really pretty. There's some other areas um, that you'll notice in Arizona with the Hoover Dam. They have those parks. Uh, there wasn't there at one point there was no water in it. So I don't know. It could change. I guess there was a water shortage on this side of the world, so a lot of times anything because of the shortages. But there's bus tours and full day tours and things of that nature. And um, one thing I want to say about the Grand Canyon is they have helicopter tours also. So it's really cool to have helicopter tours. So, but this has been our week. So much for joining the podcast. And I hope that if you do get an opportunity to go visit, you can join those in Arizona who are visiting the Hoover Dam and the Grand Canyon and take advantage of Arizona. Arizona is a beautiful state, beautiful area. I love that, when you go to the different malls, because of the heat, those little sky mists that rise, it's important to out of Arizona. So, but I thank you guys this week. I hope you can where we'll have new topics and hopefully new guests. Keep trying. I'm not giving up. Take care. See you guys next week.